A girl in summer clothes moves around her room, picking up an apple. As she turns, she notices a man with a hunting rifle standing outside the window. Before she can react, another heavy-set man appears beside him. She immediately calls for her boyfriend's help, but to her surprise, her boyfriend opens the door and invites the two men into the villa. The men look at her with unfriendly eyes, and the girl anxiously glances at her boyfriend, but he ignores her discomfort and makes an excuse to leave by himself. Terrified, she retreats to a room, but the bearded man follows her in and sits directly beside her, then begins verbally harassing her. When she tries to escape, he roughly pins her against the glass window. Just as he's about to take further action, he notices the heavy-set man watching from the doorway. The heavy-set man stares blankly for a long time, completely ignoring the girl's desperate expression, quietly closes the door and turns the TV volume to maximum to mask any sounds. Even after going outside to clear his mind, the heavy-set man still can't control his inner desires, so he simply removes his clothes and dives into the swimming pool. When the boyfriend returns, he's fully aware of everything that happened but doesn't question the two brothers' behavior at all. When the girl wakes up, she finds her boyfriend staring at her, and he actually tries to tempt her with a large sum of money to entertain the two strangers. Only then does the girl realize that all of her misfortune was carefully arranged by her cruel boyfriend. The girl refuses and says she wants to go home, but her boyfriend knocks her to the ground with a punch and repeatedly insults her, calling her just his plaything. In desperation, she seizes the moment when he turns around to run out the door. The men see this and quickly chase after her. The three of them pursue her rapidly, giving her no chance to catch her breath. Unfortunately, she ends up at the edge of a cliff. Seeing no escape, the girl is about to jump when her boyfriend suddenly apologizes, claiming he didn't mean to hurt her, and takes out his phone, promising to call a helicopter to take her away. Just as the girl believes him and lets her guard down, her boyfriend suddenly turns and pushes her off the cliff. This cruel scene shocks even the two strangers. At the bottom of the cliff, the girl's blood attracts ants, and their bites miraculously wake her up. At first, she's confused and doesn't know where she is, until she sees her own blood and regains consciousness. Fighting through the pain, she grabs her earphones and uses the cord to pull a lighter toward her. She gathers dry grass under a tree and sets it on fire. To survive, she must endure the scorching flames. After a long period of agony, the tree trunk finally burns through, and the girl falls heavily to the ground again. Before she can rest, she hears the sound of an engine. The three men are driving toward the cliff. The girl painfully crawls across the sandy ground and successfully hides in a blind spot below the cliff just as the three arrive. Unable to find any trace of the girl, they realize she has escaped and quickly drive off in pursuit, only reaching the bottom of the cliff by nightfall. The heavyset man finds the lighter and also discovers blood on the ground. Knowing the girl is severely injured, they follow the blood trail, but lose track of her when they reach the riverbank. To catch the girl, the three decide to split up, with the bearded man staying behind to prevent her from escaping along the original path. The girl flees in the river for a long time when she suddenly spots the heavyset man on the shore. She immediately dives underwater to hide. Only after he leaves does she dare to surface again. She crawls along the river toward a motorcycle and, while the heavyset man is relieving himself, quietly eyes the hunting rifle on the back seat.